you have decided you're going to run for LA County courts. First, you're a lawyer first, right?
Yes.
Did you become a lawyer based on affirmative action, or did you earn your way?
I earned my way.
And how would we know that, since we know that blacks get in because of affirmative action, reparation, and all that, and then they lower the standard to let the blacks in?
That's not true.
How will we know that you earned it rather than getting it with the lower standard thing?
Because I never checked the box, number one.
No.
Right. And I actually wrote a thesis on that saying that I didn't want to check the box because I wanted it to be a meritocracy. But whether you check the box or not, I don't know that the box helps. I think we have to work twice as hard to get half as far.
And what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. I've always applied that. But the issue is that there's people that don't deserve to be where they are because they don't work that hard. And they obviously just
why is it that the blacks don't work that hard, and as a result, they don't deserve to be there?
I'm not talking about blacks.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about people that aren't black that may not work as hard to get the same opportunities that we might be denied or that we have to work twice as hard for.
Yeah, they're pretty lazy.
I'm not calling people lazy. I'm not calling people lazy. Now, that's on you.
But I agree with you. Like, they all let a lot of Mexicans in, too. Especially with the illegal alien one. They pretty much replaced us in jobs for the most part. They'll say that they are meeting their minority quota. Right.
Yes.
What do you think about the fact that black people vote for black people, right? And then the black people that they are voting for are in support of the illegal aliens coming in and ended up in the inner cities, taking the jobs from the blacks and bringing in gang members or black gangs or Mexican gangs or fighting one another. What do you think for those blacks who support illegal aliens coming into the country?
Well, as a judge, I have to be nonpartisan, so I can't give my opinions on things all the time.
That's right. We got to get you voted in first.
Yeah. So I can't give my opinion on
Okay,
things.
I understand that. She doesn't have an opinion about that. She like everybody.
I do. I'm a Buddhist. I'm one with everyone.
That's right. Why isn't the message of forgiving your mother primary in the black community rather than blaming some outer source, racism and all the ism things? Why isn't the message forgive your black mama for screwing you up?
Dang, I really don't agree with that.
That they should forgive their mothers?
No, I don't believe that the black mother screwed them up.
Well, if the mother didn't do it, who did it?
I think society did it through racism.
Society
you don't agree with me, but racism is there's social, economic, and criminal justice. And what I see is a lot of injustices happening across the board. We would not have this much litigation if it wasn't for that racial disparities. There's employment litigation. There's litigation across the board, and a lot of it has to do with economic discrimination.
Well, black people treat each other worse than any white man has ever, could ever, is going to ever, ain't going to ever, never treat them. Why are black people so cruel to one another if it's injustice out there?
Well, I'm not sure that they are, but the issue is
they're killing each other, they're robbing each other, they're raping.
And white people are doing that too. People in every persuasion are doing that. Why
the blacks treat each other? If they claim they want justice, right, from the white man, why don't they start by treating themselves and others in their own race better? Be that example of what they want.
Okay. So in my experience growing up in Los Angeles, let's talk about the gangs. The gangs started, and my father was telling me about the history of the gangs because he grew up here too. The gangs were first started to defend the black community against outside gangs that were coming in from other communities to beat up black people. They morphed into something, and also the guys that started the gangs, they had nuclear families. Tookie Williams and those guys, their parents were married. It wasn't a single parent, like they blamed the single parent. That happened later with all this incarceration. They've taken all the black men out of the community. And you were talking about the South. I pulled the policy map when I was taking a course at Harvard, and in the zip code of 90011, which is where I grew up, that's where I was born, I looked in 2018 to see what was the annual salary of a black male, 30 years old. It was $6,500. A year.
And yet
You
they were
can't do
better
any-
off then than they are today.
No, they weren't. The point
now
is that they had.
weren't begging and blaming and asking for reparations and affirmative action back in
That's what
those
started
days
the homelessness.
as they are today.
That's what started the huge blossoming of homelessness
We
for
had
black
no
males.
homelessness back then.
2018, we had homelessness.
No, not in Alabama.
We had it here in Los Angeles.
Right, because the blacks were up here begging.
They weren't begging. They had criminal felonies against them and couldn't get a job. They
Because
couldn't
they
live
were
in
drug
housing.
addicts.
They might have been drug addicts.
No,
and
not
some,
might have been. They were drug addicts. And they were stealing and
we
carrying
call
on.
it self-medicating because when you get to a point of hopelessness, what else can you do?
What?
Yes.
You can forgive and come back to peace.
Yes,
Because
but if you
anyone
can't
that
get a
has
job,
anger is evil. Evil is of their father, the devil.
if you can't get a job, how are you going to come back to peace?
Good question. Create your own job.
Well, that's what we're trying to teach
Why
people
do
to
the
do.
blacks think that white people are superior to them? I always hear them calling white people white supremacy or something like that. You heard them say.
I don't think they. I
Why
think
do
that's
they
a mis.
think that white people are superior to them, that they're constantly reminding white people that they are superior? You are superior to me. You're supremacy. Why do blacks believe that white people are superior to them?
I think the term white supremacy is more about how the person who's white is feeling as opposed to how the person who's
But
black
white people
is
don't
feeling.
feel that way. It's the blacks feel that way about white. You never hear white people say I'm superior to you. But you always hear the blacks saying you are superior to me. Why do the blacks always say that about the whites?
I don't think that's true.
No, it is true.
No. I
No,
think when
yeah.
they use the term white supremacist, they're talking about white privilege, and it has nothing to do with them feeling that white people are superior.
Well, why do they say it all the time then?
I don't know that
Because
they do
if
say
white
it all the
people were
time.
superior to the black, they'll throw them out of this country.
Well, they've tried several times
No,
to do
if they
that.
were
But
superior,
putting
they
them in
would-
jail is akin to throwing them out of this country. Putting mass incarceration is a type of segregation and taking people out of the population that is akin to throwing them out of the country.
What is it like? So when you become, if you become judge and when you become, let's say you are coming, you going to let the blacks out of jail?
No, I'm not.
What the?
I will not.
You won't let them out?
No, what I
But
will
you
do
think
is
the white man
re-sentence
put
them.
them in there, why won't you let them out?
I would apply the sentencing rules. There's 20,000 people waiting to be resentenced based on the fact that they were given harsh sentences that we disagree
You
with.
going to let them out?
I'll resentence them.
See, I don't like that. Let them do their time that they already been sentenced, and then want to see if that helped them. And if they get out, they won't go back.
No, they're not ever getting out. These people are getting 20 to 5 to life. They're getting 40 years for crimes where no one was hurt, killed, injured, raped, murdered.
But they still have to suffer the consequences.
Why should they be 40 years to life?
They committed a crime.
Maybe they didn't.
They can't decide
There's
how
people
long
that
you're
are
going to
actually.
lock me up.
Yes, they can.
So they can commit the crime, and then they can say how long you're going to lock me up.
We have sentencing guidelines.
Are you for defunding the police?
No.
You're
But
not,
the issue of defunding the police was misunderstood.
meaning what?
It meant to give money to people like, for instance, if you called and somebody had a mental health issue, right? They would call the police and they might respond in an inappropriate manner because they're not used to dealing with people that have a psychosis. We were supposed to put that money into what they called pet teams. But if you call 911 now and you say that my son or daughter is having an episode and I can't control them, I need you guys to come and get them and take them to a mental health facility. Your child might end up dead because the LAPD is going to respond. They're going to respond with force. That's the only way they know how.
Would the LAPD have to do that if the black didn't threaten them and curse them out?
No, this isn't where they're being threatened.
Like they have guns and they don't follow the orders.
This is not where they're being threatened.
Would the police have to be as concerned about his life if the blacks didn't act out like that?
I think those are a misnomer, and I think that makes people.
I've seen it. It's not a misnomer.
I've seen people get their children
but
get
I'm asking
killed
you, if
because
the blacks didn't act out, would the cop have to worry about his life? Because he don't know if you have a gun on you, a knife, or what you're going to do. If the blacks just act like they have some sense, would the cop have to take action like that?
I disagree with that.
That was a question.
Okay, so the rule now is that the cop has to have good cause to shoot someone. They can't just shoot them because they were subjectively, I'm scared.
But I'm asking if the black were to just follow the order of the cops.
Who says
would
they
the
didn't?
cops have to
I've seen a lot of times where people have followed the orders and they still got shot. And
They
sometimes
did something to bring it on. The cop didn't just say, oh, this person following the order. Let me shoot him.
look at what happened in the George Floyd case. You saw that from beginning to end.
Where is George now?
He's dead.
I rest my case.
Well, what did he do to deserve to be dead?
According to all the reports, he was a drug addict. He wasn't following instructions. He'd been in jail before.
But did you watch it?
If the cop if he had followed the orders of the cop according to all the reports,
no, that's
George
not true.
would be alive today.
That's not true. They showed the whole video.
No, they didn't.
That guy was not supposed to even be there.
They chopped it up.
No.
But I want to go back because of time. Mm-hmm. You claim that black women judges in Los Angeles County Court suffers from discrimination. Give me an example of why you believe that.
I didn't say they suffer from discrimination. What I was saying, there's not enough of them based on the population. I didn't say they suffer from discrimination. I didn't use that terminology.
What did you say?
What I said was there's about 400 judges in LA County, and of those judges, about 8% are black, and of those, less than half of those are female. I didn't say anything about discrimination.
But are women strong?
Oh, yeah.
So if women are strong, why are they always complaining like the blacks?
Black women are strong.
If they're strong, why are they always complaining?
People don't like our voice. That's what the problem. They don't like a strong black woman.
But they always complaining. I'm a strong black woman.
How's that complaining?
Don't treat me that way. I'm a strong. You don't talk to a black woman. I'm a queen. Yeah.
It's not complaining.
If they're strong, why do they have to remind us of it?
Because maybe we're not being treated the way we should.
How you should be treated? As
queens.
Queen?
Yes.
Of the devil?
No, you are that devil stuff.
What kind of queen is that? That's not queens of God.
Well, like
why you want to be treated like a queen? That doesn't make sense.
That's a ruler.
Women are not queen. All that hell in them.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't like black women?
I love black women. That's why I'm trying to help them.
Well, why? You think it's helpful to say that they're angry and that they're evil?
Yeah. So that they'll realize, and I counsel with black women all the time from around the world. Mm-hmm. And we have meetings here for women only, for men only, and everything. Mm-hmm. And these black women will realize, you know what? I am full of hell. I'm angry. I hate my kid's father. I did turn my children away from their father because of my anger. I hate my mother. My mother imposed her will on me, and I did the same thing to my children. Now, most people are not going to admit that, but there are black women who are starting to admit that. And when they admit it, they forgive their mothers, and they forgive their fathers, and their lives change. The anger is taken away from them, and they realize that it was another dead. It was never... It was never racism, but it was the anger that came from their mothers, and it goes on from generation to generation. But the black leadership and the liberal whites, they lie to the blacks and tell them it's slavery, it's this and that, because they need to use the blacks to be destructive. Isn't that true?
I think they do lie to black people, and so that they can use them to destroy their own selves. And that's the reason why I set up Dixon Recovery Institute to help people with substance abuse problems. But what I found when I started that was I believe in the power of restorative justice. I had proposed a fathering court, just like for the very reason that you were talking about. Fathers need to be more involved. And even if they have been incarcerated, if they come back, they need to understand what it is to be a father and then to start to become, involved in their children's lives. I think it's very important that both parents be involved.
They need the father. The women need the father to help them, lead them how to raise the children. And the father needs to stand between the mother and the children so the mother doesn't pass her anger on to the children. So it's really needed. All people, all human beings, the blacks are suffering because they're yearning for the father, not because of they need a better job or they need a white man to do this or they need that. They need to return to the father by overcoming the anger for giving their mothers. I know so many cases where the black mothers are jealous of the man's wife, his woman. She's always in the middle of that. She want to be the wife.
The black mother is
jealous of her son's wife.
Oh, okay.
Or his girlfriend. You gonna put her before me? I'm like, what the?
Well, you know
she
what?
want to be his wife.
Being the mother of a son, a black man. The thing is, and my mother experiences too, they always say that a daughter you'll have all your life, but a son you have until he takes a wife. And that's
she's
in
jealous of
everybody.
that.
That's in all communities.
But it's
because
evil.
It's not
You're
evil.
right, it is.
It's
All
in all
women are
communities.
like that.
Even in the white community, Hispanic, whatever, the once the man gets married, then he ends up gravitating towards the woman's family because, like I said, the woman is going to gravitate towards her family and her mother, and so he's going to go that way.
He should take his wife away from her family and his family, because if not, the mother will destroy the marriage. On her side too, and quiet as it kept.
No, I think we need community, so I don't think that either party should be taken away.
If not, the mother going to destroy it because she's jealous.
I don't agree.
Why not?
I think that's an extreme position that you're taking.
It's truth. And the only way things are going to get better.
You know what? I think it's misogynistic. I do not agree with it. I really don't.
What?
That women are evil, that women are going to turn people.
They do it every day.
No.
Yes.
Well, not me, so I don't understand.
You don't have
that.
any children?
I have a son.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And how old is he?
He's 29.
Let him go.
He's gone.
Well, don't have him calling you every day.
No, he doesn't
And
call
don't
me
you be
every
calling
day.
him every day.
I don't.
Hi, baby, this is mama.
I don't.
And don't call him baby.
I don't call him baby.
Nice. You're
He's
a grown
6'5".
man.
He's huge. I don't
When
call
you call
him baby.
he feel like a baby.
No, I don't call him baby.
Nice.
No.
Well, you need to make sure you teach that in your courtroom.
I do. I will.
Nice.